I don't want to hear any more of these lies about reckless spending. We're changing people's lives. Under my plan for the economy, we've made extraordinary progress. And we put America in a position to tackle a worldwide problem that's worse everywhere but here, inflation.
Does the president have the stamina, physically and mentally, do you think, to continue on even after 2024?
Don, you're asking me this question. Oh.
What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and if you are a fan of President Joe Biden, well, you might not like this video, because I'm going to be sharing with you articles that have come out in the past 3 days that are saying President Joe Biden has not kept his promises on $2,000 stimulus checks, $200 per month increases for Social Security, wiping out student loan debt, child tax credits, and they're saying that President Joe Biden, his approval rating, while this economy is plummeting, is also plummeting, and he's losing support from his own Democratic Party that we heard over the weekend. 50 of them anonymously came out and said, he should not run. We do not support him. AOC herself on live television could not even tell a lie and say that she could support him. Now, in addition to that, to make matters worse with all of this going on, I've got some video footage for you today from President Joe Biden in a speech who said, I'm sick of all the lies. Things are going well with my presidency. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update, and we're going to be seeing how Congress responds to all this as we're in a midterm election and we're hearing things are not going well for them. It's very likely going to be a red wave. Republicans are going to be taking seats in the House and the Senate, and we're hearing from Republicans that are saying, if you vote for us, we're going to get you those child tax credits and all those provisions and all those things that Democrats and Joe Biden have failed to do. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. And if you missed that video, check it out right after this one. Now, take a look at the headlines. You know, here on the channel, I put them on the screen for you. I cite all my sources and I read right from them so you know they're the latest. Take a look at this, you guys. Coming out today, just a little while ago, Biden acknowledges inflation, zapping the strength of a lot of families as economists prepare for Fed to raise interest rates as we're dealing with 41-year high inflation. And they're saying these interest rate increases, we're going to be having a Federal Reserve-induced recession very soon. And take a look, to say that our country, that our economy was on the right track would flagrantly depart from reality. Top Democrats say that Biden should not run for re-election in 2024. 50 top Democratic officials interviewed by the New York Times say that Joe Biden should not run for re-election in 2024 for president. And take a look, articles coming out like this, Joe Biden and the powerless presidency. And YouTuber Jake Paul, he rips an incomprehensible President Joe Biden. Take a look at this tweet. Biden accomplishments: number 1, highest gas prices. Number 2, worst inflation. Number 3, plummeting crypto prices. Number 4, highest rent prices ever. Number 5, create a new incomprehensible language making fun of the president's speaking ability. And look at this. If you're reading this and voted for Biden and you still don't regret it, well, then you are the American problem. And take a look at this, you guys. White House press secretary has to laugh off questions about Biden's health. Not a question that we should be asking, she says. Look at this. President Joe Biden, though, the subtitle, he is 79 years old, and he was the oldest person in U.S. history to be elected to the White House as the president of the United States. And a lot of people are saying, listen, maybe it's just the fact that maybe he's a little too old for this. Let me know your thoughts. He's trying to run the country. We have an economic crisis going on, 41-year high inflation, a global pandemic. This just might be too much for him to take on. Let me know your thoughts, but take a look at the video footage for yourself.
Does the president have the stamina, physically and mentally, do you think, to continue on even after 2024?
Don, you're asking me this question. Oh my gosh, he's the president of the United States. You know, I can't even keep up with it. We just got back from New Mexico. We just got back from California. That is not a question that we should be even asking. Just look at the work that he does. Look how he's delivering for the American public. Look, that article that we're talking about is hearsay. It's salacious. That's not what we care about. We care about how are we going to deliver for the American people? How are we going to make their lives better? That's what the president talks about. That is his focus, and that's where we're going to continue to focus on.
Man, there you have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But take a look, you guys. Articles coming out like this. Biden's age, a major issue in 2024 re-election bid, says David Axelrod. And we're hearing this vocalized by a lot of people. And as I mentioned, AOC just made Joe Biden's day worse by going out on live television and saying that she cannot at this time support him for another run, saying we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Man, now if you missed that video, you're going to want to check it out right after this one. I cover it for you. All the details as Biden, we're hearing he's losing approval from Democrats. However, we're going to be seeing how they respond to all of this and if they're going to be able to pull it together and if Congress and Joe Biden are going to be issuing out more stimulus provisions, which we're hearing could be the saving grace for his presidency and his party. Now, we will see because they're trying right now to get legislation through. We're hearing all of these proposals coming out for stimulus checks and all of these provisions. And we're hearing that if they can't do it, maybe President Joe Biden will be doing executive orders and executive actions. Now, we will see. I will keep you up to date, but if they want to stay in power in these midterm elections, they're going to have to do something. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, you guys. But let's go ahead and dive into the video footage. I'm going to share with you the speech that President Joe Biden gave today, what he had to say about the economy and where things stand. Now, before we dive in, if you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything, do me a quick favor, just takes a second. Don't forget, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you want to stay up to date, come join the Ram Fam. It's free. Why not? I'll keep you up to speed on everything going on. Just take a quick second, smash the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in and let's take a look at this video footage of what Biden had to say today. As he's saying, I'm sick of all the lies. I'm going to be getting things together. The work's not done, but we're doing a good job. Let's go ahead and take a look.
I don't want to hear any more of these lies about reckless spending. We're changing people's lives. And because of the facts, this year, we're delivering the biggest drop in deficit in the history of the United States of America. Look, the point is this. Under my plan for the economy, we made extraordinary progress. And we put America in a position to tackle a worldwide problem that's worse everywhere but here: inflation. It's sapping the strength of a lot of families. I grew up in a household not far from here, Claymont and Wilmington, where the price of a gallon of gasoline went up. It was a conversation at the dinner table. It mattered. It mattered to my working family. It mattered if the price of food went up. The problem is, Republicans in Congress are doing everything they can to stop my plans to bring down costs on ordinary families. That's why my plan is not finished and why the results aren't finished either. Jobs are back, but prices are still too high. COVID is down, but gas prices are up. Our work isn't done. But here's the deal. America still has a choice to make. A choice between a government by the few, for the few, or a government for all of us. Democracy for all of us, an economy where all of us have a fair shot and a chance to earn our place in the economy. My plan is simple. First, I'm doing everything in my power to blunt Putin's gas price hike. Just since he invaded Ukraine, it's gone up $1.74 a gallon. Because of nothing else but that. So I have a plan to bring down the cost of gas and food. It's going to take time, but let the world coordinate the largest release, what I've been able to do, the largest release of oil from the global fund in history. 1 million barrels a day and 240 million barrels to boost global supply while I convinced other nations to join us, to keep prices from rising even more. And I'm working closely with our European partners to get 20 million tons of grain locked in Ukraine out onto the market to help bring down food prices. Folks, look, what Putin's war has done is not only try to wipe out the culture of the Ukrainians, decimate people and commit innumerable war crimes, but he's also prevented the grain thousands of tons of grain that are locked up in those silos ready to be exported. But they can't get out through the Black Sea because they get blown out of the water. So we're working on a plan to get it out through other countries by rail. We've laid out concrete plans for families to save money. Not only prescription drugs and utility bills, but on rent and mortgage costs, high-speed internet. You guys out there are going to be putting on high-speed, and we've already got the money for it, billions of dollars. Well, guess what? When you get it done, it's going to lower the cost of high-speed internet for every family in America by $30 a month. That's a lot of money. And it's a lot of jobs. Look, we can do all this. All I'm asking is for the largest corporations and the wealthiest Americans to begin to pay their fair share in taxes. Republicans have it all backwards. Their plan literally calls for increasing taxes on middle class and working people and cutting taxes on corporations and wealthy Americans. And I'm not talking about punishing anyone. Just pay your fair share. It's a matter of decency. It's a matter of dignity. It's a matter of fiscal responsibility. Look, I believe in bipartisanship, but I have no illusions about this Republican Party, the MAGA Party. I've been able to bring some Republicans along on parts of my plan. But the fact is, Republicans in Congress are still in the grip of the ultra-MAGA agenda. They still refuse to consider changing any part of the Trump tax cuts, which delivered massive windfalls to billionaires and others, and they weren't paid for. They still refuse to consider a minimum corporate tax of 15% minimum tax. They seem to think that the problem in America today is that working families aren't paying enough.
So there you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Articles coming out right now as they're saying that President Joe Biden, he's blaming the war with Russia and Ukraine. He's blaming the Republicans and Donald Trump and all of these other people. And they're saying, listen, stop the blame game. We just got to get the country back on track. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. I know there's a lot of things that are beyond his control and his power, but do you think he's going to be able to save himself and the country and Democrats? We will see. I will keep you up to date on everything as it unfolds. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second, smash that like button for me. Just takes a second, helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much. If you'd like to stay up to date, I'll let you know everything going on, and it's totally free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam. All you gotta do is take a quick moment, smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.